Hi everybody, I'm Jill with Simply Made Unique by Jill, located in Venice, Florida. Welcome to my YouTube channel, as today we're going to be going over coming up with a faux wood finish that you can use on the desk, vanity, table, dresser, or whatever you need to use it on. I had purchased this small little desk at a vintage store and it had severe damage to the veneer on top. So when I brought it home, my husband helped me strip the veneer down, and the wood underneath I felt wasn't pretty enough to actually be stained. So instead of just painting the top, I came up with a painted faux wood top using a wood graining tool. In this video, we're going to go over the steps and the products that I used to get this finish. All the products I use in here, the paint and the sealers, are from Dixie Belle Paint Company, and I purchased them at my local retailer. However, don't feel like you have to use these products to come up with this look. There's many products out there that you can use of similar types to come up with the same thing. I just use products that I'm comfortable with and I love using. So I hope you're going to use this in the near future and come up with this simple faux wood look for your desktop too. Let's have a look at the desk, and we're going to hop on over to the video of the how-to. To start, you're going to grab 3 different brushes. You're going to already have a dark layer down on your top and choose a medium and light tone. You also need a mister bottle. And then I have these flat brushes for blending after we get this next color down. To start, you mist lightly your whole top so you have a little bit of water to move the paint on. You don't want it soaking wet. You grab your first color and start just making streaks of color on your top, making sure that wherever you want it, you put it. This is not an exact science, and you just do this with all 3 of your colors. So now I'm on to my second color, and I'm going to speed you guys up while I get the rest of the color on. Now that we got these on, we're going to move on to blending these colors together. Now we're going to blend these colors gently together. Take your mister bottle and make sure all the paint is still activated, and if you need more, you lightly mist as you go along. You want this to glide smoothly together. A natural, flat, bristle brush is probably best. I use my Dusty and Little D by Paint Pixie. You don't want to blend these completely together. You're just going to gently pull them together like this. Make sure you run your brush around your edges just to get any spills of paint, and plus to lay some color down, because wood graining will come next, and if you want wood graining on the edge, you want this variegated color on the edge also. The next step is lightly sanding. You're going to take a light grit sandpaper or sanding block and go over this just to make it smooth, to take out the chalky feel of the mineral chalk paint. This just makes your finish so much nicer when you get to the next step, to have that smooth feeling. After sanding, you're going to add a satin clear coat in between, because when you do your wood graining, we're going to be using a glaze, and you want it to be able to slide nicely across that surface. Now that the clear coat is dry, I gave it 24 hours. We're going to move on to wood graining. This is the fun part. You have a nice, smooth, dry top. Like I said, 24 hours. I also have some Van Dyke glaze with a tiny bit of an espresso paint mixed in. The glaze or Floetrol could be used. You want a fluid type consistency. You could add a little Floetrol to paint, I'm sure, to get the same effect. You again mist your top because you want it to be able to stay wet and glide nicely over the entire top of the piece. So I'm just going to take my brush and evenly coat it with this glaze paint mixture, making sure I keep it activated and I keep it pretty consistent. Once all the glaze is down, I make sure that it is activated with a tiny bit more water, not too wet. And then you're going to take a wood graining tool that you can find at a Lowe's, Home Depot, online craft stores, and even Dixie Belle retailers or Amazon sell these things. You're going to gently take the wood graining tool and go evenly and slowly across the top. Rocking it back and forth is what makes the actual wood grain. You can turn it around the other way, or you can keep going in the same direction. Just make sure your pattern as you go along is a little bit different to show different types of knots and grain in your wood. Just keep going until the entire surface is done. Now that we're done with the whole entire top, you can run it along your edges if you like, or you could just keep your edges plain or paint them later. Your final clear coat is going to go on a few hours after you've done the previous step. You want to make sure that top is nice and dry. I'm using Dixie Belle's gator hide for a top coat. I love the finish. It's satin, it's waterproof, and it's protective. So I'm going to give this one coat, let it dry. 2 hours later, give it a second coat, and a few hours later, give it a third. But any clear coat of your choice would work. I prefer the satin look of this, and plus the protection that it would give me from water or ink or anything else on top of this desk. Give your clear coat a good look over at the end. Make sure there's no puddling or too much in one area and not in another. And then you're going to take your sponge or brush and run it along the edge to protect your edges too. Like I said, you're going to give this a few hours, and then you're gonna give it a second or even a third coat for protection. That's it, you're done. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm hoping that you found this video helpful, useful, and easy to follow. If you want more videos like this, of course you can subscribe right here on YouTube or follow me on any of the other channels on social media that I have. Until next time, have a great day and happy creating.